I just took a walk up the street from my house, and I wish that I had a better camera with me so I could show you what I'm seeing here. First off, that's looking out over the valley, and you see Venus up in the sky nice and bright. There are lots of other stars, but they don't show up on my iPod. And there's a bunch of city lights, and if you look over this way, that big black space right on the other side of the lights, which just blends in with the rest of the black, is the lake that covers half the valley. We turn around, there's a snow-capped mountain up there behind me, and trees that are breaking out in bloom all over the place. And there's a warm breeze blowing. It's really, really beautiful. But I wanted to talk about that actually. Today, rather than holding class, I met with a lot of my students individually, and we reviewed their papers, and one of them is writing what promises to be a very interesting and beautifully written paper on beauty. And it got me thinking about an idea I've been working on lately, and that is, I think that we consume beauty, or we consider it, we think of it backwards, and it's a little bit deep, so I hope this is all right, but I think it's important too. So I'm going to do my best to explain this, and hope it makes some sense. So first off, let's start with the way we're trained to consider beauty and think of it. And that is, we're told that there are things out there around us, outside of us, that are beautiful. And people can have different opinions on what is, but those things are nice to look at, right? And that's how you use beauty, is you look at it, you experience it. And the word I've come up with to describe that is that we consume beauty. We're trained to consume beauty. But when you stop and consider what beauty really is, what's the actual definition of it, it starts to get confusing, because here's what beauty is. You look out, you see some color, some shape, some symmetry, harmony, something like that, and that goes all in through your senses, it goes into your brain, and suddenly you experience it as beautiful. And so the point is that the beauty is not actually out there, it's 100% inside you. It's in your heart, in your mind, wherever that happens. And it's generated by the judgment that you place on things. You say, oh, I enjoy that harmony, I enjoy that dissonance, I like these colors, I like, whatever the case may be. So how can you consume beauty existing outside if beauty happens completely inside you, right? Do you see the paradox there? So here's my point, the one I think that matters. I think would be valuable to teach ourselves to think of this backwards from how we think it, but I think accurately the way it really is. And that is that when you look out and you experience something beautiful, I want you to do one of two things. I want you to think, okay, I'm experiencing this beauty intensely. I'm really enjoying this moment or this sight or sound or experience or abstract idea or whatever it is that sparked the experience. And that must mean that you are the thing that's beautiful, because you're the one creating that, right? And if you're really uncomfortable thinking that you're beautiful, then at least think that you are one hell of an artist to be able to create something so spectacular and wonderful, right? And so up to this point, it sounds kind of, philosophical, and so what impact does it really have? But here's where it kind of the rubber meets the road, right? I think it does make a difference, because when you think of yourselves in those terms, it can be really empowering, and it can take the place, especially, and this is at least a part of what the upcoming paper is about, which maybe I'll feature on uoflife.com. I'm sure she'll give me permission to use that. That a lot of people, beauty becomes a very negative experience, doesn't it? Because You look around, you see other people who have it, and you're afraid you don't have enough. And we've been trained to associate so much of our own value with beauty. Are we attractive? Do people want us and love us? And therefore, are we worthwhile or not? Should we feel good about ourselves? And that is really destructive. And by the way, for more information on that, be sure to check out beautyredefined.org. Fantastic site that's putting up billboards and beginning to make a great splash in that whole idea. Anyway, I haven't really worked out all the implications of this whole idea, but like I say, I think it's important. I think it's significant. I think it's important for us to start seeing this another way and see if we can be a little happier, a little healthier. And that's what everyone wants. Even if you don't have like a perfect 10 body as defined by the media, or beautiful eyes, or whatever the case may be, everyone would still benefit if you feel good about yourself and if you enjoy seeing beauty around you. Anyway, lots more implications. Maybe I'll talk about them later. But for now, I just want you to know that you're beautiful and you're valuable, and I hope you look around and enjoy this world, because really, what else is there that's more important than that? Let me know what you think at uoflife.com or facebook.com/uoflife.